Welcome to the Chhatrapur Premier League Mega Auction, a thrilling event where teams strategize and build their dream squad with the potential for exciting new talent and established stars to join the fray. Before the start of the mega auction, I want to introduce you with our management teams. First, I want to invite the organizer and the auctioneer of the Chhatrapur Premier League Season 3 cricket tournament. Please welcome Mr. Chandan. Mr. Chandan, please welcome to the stage. Hello, good evening. Now it's time to introduce with our technical team members. They are Mr. Rahul and Mr. Pritham. Please welcome. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Rahul and Pritham. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. And the next member is our team member, Mr. Sibo. Please welcome. Mr. Sibo, please welcome to the stage. Hello, good evening, Mr. Sibo. Hi, I am Aishman, the auction and the co-partners with Mr. Chandan in the event of CPL Season 3 Mega Auction. There are 80 players. There are total 80 players are registered for this mega auction round, and the 4 teams are need to fill their 40 slots to complete their dream teams. Let's see who will get their starts first. Now it's time to invite. Now it's time to invite all of the 4 members, 4 team owner to the stage. First is Royal Capital Bengal team owner, Mr. Chotu, and Susan Marana. Mr. Susan Marana, please welcome. Please welcome Susan Marana, Royal Capital Bengal's owner. The second team, Team RSS, Rising Superstar, Mr. Sanu, Devi Prasad Das. Let's welcome. Let's welcome Devi Prasad Das. Hello. Next team Bengal Tiger, Mr. Rampani. Mr. Rampani, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Rampani. And final team Legend Fighter, defending champion. Legend, please come with trophy. Legend Fighter, team owner, Soumya Ranjan Bora, please welcome. Bye. Sondre ticket koro. Puna ile. Edu bola.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, cricket fans, and a warm welcome to Satrapur, Odisha. Tonight, we embark on a journey of anticipation, strategy, and the thrill of building the ultimate cricket teams. We are gathered here not just as spectators, but as participants in a spectacle where dreams are bought and sold. In a few minutes, we will witness the unfolding of cricketing saga as the four franchises battle it out to secure the players they need to win. I want to invite Mr. Ayushman Panda to continue the auction round.
Let's start. Before we begin, let's acknowledge the incredible talent that await us. From seasoned veterans to emerging stars, the players on the auction table represents the best of the cricketing world. We have seen them perform on the biggest stage, and now they are here, ready to be saved into a team. The rules are very simple. Each franchise has a limited powers, and they must be used it wisely to acquire the players that best suit their needs. The build will rise and fall, and the dream will be intensity as the auction progresses. Remember, this is not just about the money, it's about the vision, the strategy, and the position for the game. So let's get started. We have packed agent ahead of us with a mix of established stars and exciting new talents. Are you ready for the cricket mega action? Let's start! Let's start the bidding again. Thank you everyone for your patience. We will be back too shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Should was come back here. Let's bid for the first player of CPL Season 3 Mega Action. The first player is Pinto. Batsman Pinto. The base price of 2000. Today's first bidding player Pinto. The base price of 2000. Let's bid for Pinto. First call from Bengal Tiger. The price of 2000. 3000 calls from Legend Fighters. 4000 calls from Royal Capital Bengal. 5000 calls from Legend Fighters. 6000 calls from Bengal Tiger. 7000 calls from Royal Capital. 8000 calls from Legend Fighters. 9000 calls from Bengal Tiger. 10,000 calls from Royal Capital Bengal. 11,000 calls from Bengal Tigers for batsman Pinto. 11,000. 11,000 calls from Bengal Tigers. 11,001. 11,002. Final call for Pinto. 11,003 sold. Pinto sold to Bengal Tigers in the price of 11,000. The next player, bowler Samir. Let's bid for Samir. Bowler, base price of 3000. Next player, Samir, base price of 3000. Let's bid for Samir. 3000. 3000. One. First call from Royal Capital Bengal in the price of 3000. 4000 calls from Legend Fighters. 4000. 4000 calls from Legend Fighters. 5000 calls from Royal Capital Bengal. 6000 calls from Legend Fighters. 7000 calls from Royal Capital Bengal. 8000 calls from Legend Fighters. 8000 calls from Legend Fighters for bowler Samir. 8000. 8000 from Legend Fighters. 9000 calls from RSS and 10,000 from Legend Fighters. 10,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 11,000 calls from RSS, 12 from LF, 13 from Royal Capital Bengal, 13,000 from RCB, 13,000 calls from Royal Capital Bengal for bowler Samir. 14,000 calls from Rising Supergiant. 13,000 calls from RSS. 13,000. 13,001. 14,000 calls from Royal Capital and 15,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 15,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 16,000 from RSS. 16,000. 17,000 from Legend Fighters. 17,000. 17,000. 18,000 from Royal Capital Bengal. 19 from Legend Fighters. 20,000 from Royal Capital Bengal. 20,000. 21 from Rising Superstars. 21,000. 21,000. 21,000 for bowler Samir. Calls from Rising Superstars. 21,001. 22 calls from Legend Fighters. 23 calls from Royal Capital Bengal. 23,000. 23,000. 24,000 calls from Rising Superstars. 24,000. 24,000 calls from Rising Superstars for bowler Samir. 24,000. 24,001. 24,002. 25,000 calls from RCB. 25,000 calls from RCB. 25,000. 26 calls from RSS. 26,000. 26,000. 26,000 from RSS. 26,001. 26,002. Final call. 26,003. Sold. Samir sold to Rising Superstars in the price of 26,000. Next player, Vishwakarma. Right hand batsman and wicket keeper. Option for the team. The price of 2,000. Let's bid for Vishwakarma. First bid from RSS. The price of 2,000. 2,000 calls from RSS. 3,000 calls from RCB. 4,000 from RSS. 5,000 from RCB. 6,000 from RSS. 6,000. 7 from RCB. 8 from RSS. 9,000 from RCB. 10,000 from RSS. 11,000 from RCB. 12,000 from RSS. 13,000 from RCB. 13,000 from RCB. 14,000 from RSS, 15,000 from RCB, 16,000 from RSS, 17,000 from RCB, 18,000 from RSS and 19,000 from RCB. 19,000 from RCB for batsman Vishwakarma. 19,000. 20,000 from RSS, 21 from Bengal Tigers. 21,000 from Bengal Tigers for Vishwakarma. 22,000 calls from RCB. 22,000 calls from RCB. 22,000 from RCB for batsman Vishwakarma. 22,001, 22,002, 23,000 calls from Bengal Tigers. 24,000 calls from RCB. 24,000 from RCB. 25 from Legend Fighters. 26 from RCB. 27 from Legend Fighters. 28 from RCB. 29 from Legend Fighters. 30,000 from RCB. 31 from Legend Fighters. 32 from Royal Capital Bengal. 33 from Legend Fighters. 34 from RCB. 35 from Legend Fighters. 36 from RCB. 37 from Legend Fighters. 38 from Bengal Tigers. 39 from RCB. 40,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 41,000 calls from RCB. 42 from Legend Fighters. 43,000 from RCB and 44,000 from Legend Fighters. 45 from RCB. 46 from Legend Fighters. 46,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 47,000 from RCB. 48 from Legend Fighters. 48 from RCB. 49 from Legend Fighters. 50,000 calls from RCB. 51,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 52 from RCB. 53 from Legend Fighters. 54 from RCB. 55 from Legend Fighters. 56 from RCB. 57 from Legend Fighters. 58 from RCB. 58,000 calls from RCB. 58,000. 59 from Legend Fighters. 60,000 calls from RCB. 60,000. 60,000 calls from RCB for batsman Vishwakarma. 60,000. 61 from Bengal Tiger. 62 from RCB. 62,000 calls from Royal Capital Bengal. 62,000. 62 calls from RCB. 62. 63 calls from RSS. 64 calls from Legend Fighters. 65 calls from RCB. 66 calls from Bengal Tiger. 66,000. 67,000 calls from RCB. 68,000 calls from RSS. 68,000. 68,000 calls from RSS. 69,000 calls from RCB. 69,000. 69,000. 69,000 calls from RCB. 69,001. 70,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 71 calls from RCB. 71,000 calls from RCB. 71,000. 71,000. 71,001. 72,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 72,000 calls from Legend Fighters. 72,000. 72,001. 73 calls from RCB. 73 calls from RCB. 73,000. 73,000 calls from RCB. 73,001. 73,002. Final call 73,003. Sold. Vishwakarma sold to RCB the price of 73,000. Before the next player, I want to invite Mr. Aisman Panda to continue the mega auction. Please welcome Mr. Aisman.
Set. 2001, 3,000. 3,000 call from Legend Fighter. 3,000 call from Legend Fighter. 3,000. 4,000. 4,000. 5,000. 5,000 call from Legend Fighter. 6,000 from RSS. 7,000 from RSS. From Legend Fighter. 8,000 from RCB. 9,000. 9,000 call from Legend Fighter. 10,000. 10,000 call from RSS. 11,000 from Legend Fighter. 12,000 call from BT, Bengal Tiger. 12,000. 12,000 call from Bengal Tiger. For player Amit. 12,000 call from BT for player Amit. 13,000. 14,000 call from RSS. 14,000 call from RSS. 15,000 from Legend Fighter. 15,000. 15,000 call from LF for player Amit. 15,000. 16,000 call from RSS. 17,000 call from the Legend Fighter. 17. 18,000 call from RSS. 19,000. 19,000 call from Legend Fighter. 20,000 call from RSS. 21,000 call from LF. 21,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Amit. 21. 21,000 call from Legend Fighter for Amit. 21. Final call 21,001, 21,002, 21,003. Sold. Two RSS. Sorry. Two LF. Sorry. 21,000 sold. Screen ko ano? Next player lead to best price 3,000. Next player Priotos. Next player Priotos. Best prize 3,000. Calls from Legend Fighter. 3,000 calls from Legend Fighter. 3,000 calls from Legend Fighter. 4,000 from RSS. 5,000 from LF. 6,000 from RSS. 7,000 from LF. 8,000. 9,000. 10,000 call from RSS. 11,000 call from Legend Fighter. 12,000 from RSS. 13,000 from a Legend Fighter. 14,000 from RSS. 15,000 from LF. 16,000 from RSS. 17,000. 18,000 call from RSS. 19,000 from Legend Fighter. 20,000 from BT for player Priotos. 20,000 call from BT for player Priotos. 21,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 22,000 call from RSS. 23,000 call from LF. 24,000 call from RSS for player Priotos. 24,000 call from RSS for player Priotos. 24,000. 24,000 call from RSS for player Priotos. 25,000 from LF. 26,000 call from BT. 27,000 call from Legend Fighter. 27 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 27,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 27,000. 28,000 call from BT. 29,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 29,000. 29,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 30,000 call from BT. 30,000 call from BT for player Priotos. 30,000 call from BT for player Priotos. So final call. 30,001. 31,000 call from Legend Fighter. 31,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 31,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 31,000. 31,000. Last final call. 31,000. 32,000 from BT for player Priotos. 32,000. 32,000 call from Bengal Tiger for player Priotos. 32,000. 32,000 call from BT for player Priotos. 32,000. 32,000. 33,000 call from Legend Fighter. 33,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 33,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. It's final call. 33,001, 33,002, 34,000 call from Bengal Tiger for player Priotos. 34,000. 34,000 call from BT for player Priotos. 34,000. 35,000 call from a Legend Fighter. 34,000 call from Legend Fighter. $35,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 35,000. Final call. 35,001, 35,002, 35,003. Sold. 35,000 sold to Legend Fighter for player Priotos. 35,000. Next bid, please. Next player. player Ishwar, base price 2000. Next player Ishwar, base price 2000. 2000. 2000 call from RSS, 3000. 3000 call from Legend Fighter. 3000 call from Legend Fighter for player Ishwar. 4000. 4000 call from BT. 5000 call from Legend Fighter. 5000 call from Legend Fighter or player Ishwar. 5000. 5000. 5000. 5000 call from Legend Fighter for player Ishwar. 6000. 6000 call from BT. 6000 call from BT. 6000. 6000 call from BT for player Ishwar. 6000. 6000 call from BT for player Ishwar. 6000. Final call. 6001 BT. 6002. 6003 sold. 6000 sold to BT for player Ishwar at the price of 6000. Ishwar sold to BT at the price of 6000. Next player Krishna, base price 5000. Krishna, base price 5000. Next player Krishna, base price 5000. Next player Krishna, base price 5000. 5000. Base price 5000. Right arm batsman and bowling type, right arm medium pace. Right arm medium pace and right hand batsman. 5000 call from Legend Fighter. 5000. 5000 call from Legend Fighter. 5000. 5000 call from Legend Fighter for player Krishna. 6000. 6000 call from RSS. 7000 from Legend Fighter. 7000 call from Legend Fighter. 8000 call from RSS. 8000 call from RSS. 8000 call from RSS. 8000 call from RSS for player Krishna. 8000. It's a final call. 8001, 8002, 8003. Sold. 8000. Krishna sold to RSS at the price of 8000. Krishna sold to RSS at the price of 8000. It's a good pick. 8000. Krishna sold to RSS at the price of 8000. Next player Srimanta, base price 3000. Srimanta, base price 3000. Next player Srimanta, base price of 3000. 3000. Base price 3000. Next player Srimanta, base price 3000. 3000. Calls from RCB. 3000. Calls from RCB. 4000 from Legend Fighter. 4000 call from Legend Fighter for player Srimanta. 4000 calls from Legend Fighter for player Sriman. 4000. 5000 call from RCB. 6000 call from LF. 6000 calls from Legend fighter for players 3 months. 6,000. 6,000 call. 7,000. 7,000 call from RCB. 8,000 call from LF. 8,000 call from LF for player 3 months. 8,000 call from RCB. 9,000. 9,000. 10,000 call from Legend Fighter. 11,000 call from RSS. 12,000 calls from Legend Fighter. 13,000 calls from RCB. 14,000 call from LF. 14,000. 15,000 call from RSS. 15,000 call from RSS. 15,000 call from RSS. 16,000 call from RCB. 16,000 call from RCB per player Simon. 17,000 call from RSS. 17,000 call from RSS. 18,000 call from RCB. 18,000. 18,000 call from RCB. 19,000. 19,000 call from RSS. 19,000. 19,000 call from RSS for players 3 months. 20,000. 20,000 call from RCB. 21,000. 21,000 call from RSS for players 3 months. 21,000 call from RSS for players 3 months. 22,000. 22,000 call from Royal Capital Bengals. RCB 23,000. 23,000 call from RSS. 24,000 call from Royal Capitals Bengals. 25,000 call from RSS. 26,000 call from RCB. 27 call from RSS. 27 call from RSS for players 3 months. 27,000 call from RSS. 28,000. 28,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 28,000. 28,000 call. 29,000 call from RSS. 30,000 call from RCB. 30,000. 30,000 call from RCB. 31,000 call from RSS. 32,000 call from BT. 33,000 call from RCB. 33,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 33,000. 33,000 call from RCB. It's a final call. 33,001. 34,000 call from BT. 35,000 call from RCB. 35,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 35,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 36,000. 36,000 call from BT. 36,000. 37,000 call from RCB. 36,000 call from RCB. 37. Sorry. 37. 37,000 call from RCB. 38,000. 38,000 call from BT. Bengal Tiger. Bengal Tiger calls 38,000 for players 3 months. 39,000. 40,000 for RSS. 41,000 call from RCB. 41,000 call from RCB. 41,000 call from RCB. 41,000 call from RCB. 41,000. It's a final call. 41,001. 42,000. 42,000 call from BT. 43. 43,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 43,000. 43,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 44,000. 44,000 call from RSS. 44,000. 44,000 call from RSS. 45. 45,000 call from RSS. From RCB. 46,000. 46,000 call from Bengal Tiger. 47,000 call from RCB. 47,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 47,000. 48,000. 48,000 call from RSS. 48,000 call from RSS. 49. 49,000 call from RCB for players 3 months. 49,000. It's a final call. It's a final call. 49,001, 49,002, 50,000. 50,000 call from BT. 51. 51,000 call from RCB for player Sriman. 51,000. 51,000 call from RCB. 51,000. 51,000 call from RCB for player Sriman. It's a final call. It's a final call. Okay, Tamro. 51,000 call from RCB. It's a final call. 51,001, 51,002, 51,003. Sold. 51,000 for player Sriman. Sold to RCB. Sriman sold to RCB at the price of 51,000. At the price of 51,000, Sriman sold to RCB. 51,000 sold to RCB for player Sriman. Price of 51,000. RCB. Next player Aditya. Aditya. Next player Aditya. Best price 5,000. 5,000. Next player Aditya. Best price 5,000. First call from RCB 5,000. First call from RCB. First call from RCB 6,000. 6,000 call from RSS 7,000. 8,000 call from RSS. 9,000 call from RCB. 10,000 call from BT. 10,000 call from BT. 10,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 10,000. 11,000. 11,000 call from RCB. 12,000 call from RSS. 12,000 call from RSS. 12,000 call from RSS. 13,000 call from Legend Fighter. 14,000. 14,000 call from RCB. 15,000 call from LF. 16,000 call from BT. 16,000 call from BT. 17,000 call from RCB. 17,000. 17,000 call from RCB. 18,000 call from BT. 18,000 call from BT. 18,000 call from BT. 18,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 18,000. 18,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 18,000. 18,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 18,000. 18,000 call from BT. 19,000. 19,000 call from LF. 20,000. 20,000 from BT. 21,000 from LF. 21,000 from LF. 21,000 call from LF. 22,000. 22,000 call from BT. 23,000 call from LF. 22,000 call from LF. Sorry. 23,000 call from BT. 24. Sorry. 24,000 call from BT. Sorry. 25. 25,000 call from LF. 26,000 call from LF. 26,000 call from LF. 27. 27,000 call from BT per player Aditya. 27,000. 27,000 call from BT per player Aditya. 28,000 call from RSS. 28,000 call from RSS. 29,000 call from LF. 29. 30,000 call from RSS. 30,000. 31,000 call from LF. 32,000 call from BT. 32. 33,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 32,000. 33,000. 34,000 call from LF. 34,000 call from LF. 35. RCB. He goes. 36,000 call from BT. 37,000 call from RCB. 37,000 call from RCB for player Aditya. 37,000. 38,000 call from BT. 38,000 call from BT. 38,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 38,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 38,000. It's a final call. 38,001. 39,000 call from Legend Fighter. 39,000. 40,000 call from BT. 41 from LF. 41,000 from LF. 42 from BT. 43,000 from LF. 43,000. 44,000 call from BT. 45,000 call from LF. 45,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 46,000 call from BT. 47,000 call from LF. 47,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 48,000. 49,000 call from LF. 49,000 call from LF. 50,000 call from BT. 51,000 call for 51,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 52,000 call from BT. 52,000 call from BT. 53,000 call from LF. 53,000 call from LF. 54,000 call from BT. 55,000 call from LF. 55,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 55,000. 55,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 56,000. 56,000 call from BT. 57,000 call from LF. 57,000 call from LF. Again BT. 58,000. 59,000 call from LF. 59,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 60,000 call from BT. 61,000 call from LF. 61,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 62,000 call from BT. 63 from LF. 63,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 63,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 64,000 call from BT. 65,000 call from LF. 65,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 66,000. 66,000 call from BT. 67,000 call from LF. 67,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 67. 68,000 call from BT. 68,000 call from BT. 69,000 call from LF. 70,000 call from BT. 71,000 call from LF. 72,000 call from BT. 73,000 call from Legend Fighter for player Aditya. 74,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 74,000. 74,000 rupees. 74,000 rupees. 74,000. It's a final call. 74,000. 75,000 call from Legend Fighter. 76,000 call from BT. 76,000. 76,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 76,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 76,000. 76,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 76,000. It's a final call. 76,001. 76,002 to BT. 77,000. 77,000 call from LF. 78,000 call from BT. 79,000 call from LF. 79,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 79,000 call from LF for player Aditya. 80,000. 80,000 call from BT. 80,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 80,000 call from BT for player Aditya. 80,000. 80,000 call from BT for player Aditya. It's a final call. It's a final call. 80,001, 80,002, 80,003. Sold. At the price of 80,000, Aditya sold to BT Bengal Cycle. Congratulations, Aditya. You are the highest bid. At the till now, sorry. Next one. At the price of 80,000, BT sold to, sorry, Aditya sold to BT. Kete? 80,000, bro. 80,000.